it's sort of easy to answer for me because a woman is somebody that can have a baby under certain circumstances. A woman is a person who's much smarter than a man, I've always found. A woman is a person that doesn't give a man even a chance of success.
President Trump responding to a reporter's question there in the Oval. What is a woman and why is it important to understand the difference between men and women? Yeah, that question still floating around somehow. The president taking questions in the Oval Office after taking part in a Women's History Month event.
I gotta say, I really appreciate the answer there.
I thought you'd like that one.
That's a great one. Thank you, President Trump.
Smooth.
Also celebrating, of course, women by announcing the launch of a GOP Women's Caucus aimed at empowering Republican women. And joining us now, Florida Congresswoman Cammack, who will be the chair of this new caucus. So, Congresswoman, welcome. Thanks so much for coming on today. A big month to celebrate, obviously, with at the end of March, marking Women's History Month. But could you talk to us about this Republican caucus here and what it really aims to achieve?
Absolutely. And I couldn't agree more with President Trump in that little tease we just had. But yeah, it was crazy. So last Congress, I served as the chairwoman of the Bipartisan Women's Caucus. And on our very first policy agenda setting meeting, I asked if we would be willing to take a vote to take a stand on Title IX and protecting women and girls sports. And I was outvoted pretty significantly. And I remember sitting there thinking, my goodness, if the Women's Caucus isn't going to take a stand to protect women's sports, then who the heck will? Well, now we know the answer. It was President Trump. President Trump, through an executive order, not only protected women's sports, but their spaces as well, defined that there are only two genders. Who's following the science now? Clearly only Republicans. And in my lifetime, I was born in '88, I say he is the most pro-woman president of my lifetime. And I think that that's really indicative of the need for us to have a common sense group that is working towards women's issues. But more than that, women's issues are American issues and American issues are women's issues. We're not single issue voters. And so this group, this caucus, we aim to really elevate issues that families and Americans are dealing with. And we have fantastic trailblazing women who are working on issues related to border security and national security and taxes and healthcare. We don't want just one single issue. And so I think this is a great platform for us to really champion these issues.
Yeah, and something that is not an issue, but a celebratory moment. You recently making an announcement that you're expecting a baby in August, due in August. First of all, congratulations.
Congratulations,
right?
Congresswoman. That's fantastic.
I know this is an exciting time for you. It really is a major moment. Your name was brought up in a post on X with that news by a senior congressional correspondent for a news network, saying that being pregnant was a problem for the administration, referring to only the slim Republican majority and the passing of a budget bill, being able to vote, delaying any votes. How do you see that? What is the plan there?
Well, I think that this is really a narrative that pregnant women across the country face, that they're somehow incapable of doing their job or being present as a result of their pregnancy. And I don't think that Chad, the reporter that made this comment, meant any harm. He and I are friends, but it's a reality of what pregnant women face. My pregnancy, it's not a problem. It's a blessing. And I would say, as far as the margins here in the House go, we have more of a threat of losing control of the House from hip replacement surgeries than we do my pregnancy. So I think that anyone who says otherwise is kidding themselves, because let's be honest, I think I bring the average age in the House down by about 20 years or so.
Yeah, it's youth, it's excitement, it's freshness here, it's, supporting the MAGA agenda. Congresswoman, thank you for coming on and sharing that. Before we let you go, I wanted to ask you about a White House event. This afternoon, we're learning that the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and also First Lady Melania Trump will be teaming up to honor women from around the globe at the 19th Annual International Women of Courage Award ceremony. These would be women who've demonstrated exceptional courage, strength, and leadership in advocating for peace, justice, human rights, and the empowerment of women and girls. What's it like to see not only the Secretary of State in this role, but also the First Lady taking time to honor women?
It's definitely a refreshing change. If you remember in the previous administration on International Women's Day, that award actually went to a man. And so talk about a 180 and actually recognizing real women for their accomplishments. I'm so thrilled to see not only our Secretary of State, of course, my fellow Gator and Floridian, Secretary Rubio, front and center on this, but our amazing First Lady, Melania Trump. And so this is going to be an exciting day where incredible trailblazing women are recognized for their contributions around the globe.
Well, congratulations again on your personal news that you had shared with us here on Nashville. We're anxiously awaiting your new baby there and that announcement. Also, watching those special elections there for the 1st and 6th congressional district in Florida. I know you're watching that closely as well, as that would give a little bit of breathing room for the Republicans in the House.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.